So thank you, Alan, for joining us. To our viewers, Alan is a Silicon Valley veteran, and he has joined Polymatic as an advisor, and Polymatic is you know innovative opto semiconductor solutions company. Uh, Thank you so much, Alan, for joining us. We also have Ryan, who is the CEO of Polymatic. So thank you for joining us here in India. Uh, you want to say something before we start?
Just wanted to make a correction on what you said on. I'm so sorry, skip my mind. But
about titles, Alan?
About titles, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So Alan is our Chief Innovation Officer and head of R&D, leading our division into research and development of new technologies. I'm actually the CEO of Nejah Technology Group, which is a division of Polymatic in the US, and I'm a director of Polymatic in India.
Wonderful. So I'll start the questions first.
Okay, perfect.
Great. So you have been a veteran in the the Valley, as well as you've been leading a lot of companies past couple of decades, more than couple of decades.
Yes.
How have you seen the tech landscape and the intelligence landscape evolve in those years in front of you?
Right. That's actually a very good question. So generally, how technology is evolving is that we have number of different segment of technology grow to certain point that they get mature, and combination of several of those technologies, then it creates a new technology, new born babies. Just an example would be an IoT. So IoT required different sensors, required like communication, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 5G, and before we didn't have it. Like as we have this different technology mature, then we can get to the next level of of technology. So yeah, generally there's emerging technology. Based on that, we have new technology coming out of it, and people work on it. And AI, it's something that it's new technology that is combination of number of other technologies like data centers, like voice activation, voice recognition, speech recognition, language, recognition. And so there's a number of different technology goes there that enables new capabilities and opportunities for companies to get into new areas.
You have been called the Silicon Valley inventor who never stops building. Uh, and you have worked, I was reading somewhere that you have worked on almost 1,700 plus projects, tech innovations. Can you tell our viewers what was the most interesting product, the most time-consuming product that you worked on, and that which is right there, in the society helping people? Can you just give a
Right. So frankly, I work on so many, number of different projects, and they're all interesting in their own ways and so on. But I think the most interesting, exciting project for me that I have done and completed was my car technology and connected car technology to get the car drive without a driver. So that's what I was working on from 2005 through 2008, and we completed a whole bunch of different products for cars that we could actually semi-automate the car, automobile in a number of different ways, and
Hmm.
many features that you see in the cars nowadays, it's things that we have developed back then. As a matter of fact, one of the most important features, capability, and the very first thing that you need for driverless cars is get the internet into the car. And internet into the car, it's a technology that we brought in back in 2005, and starting 2014, all the cars, all the manufacturing is starting incorporating internet into the cars for safety, efficiency, security, performance, and everything that we see today. And that technology has been developed by us, by my company, myself. It's been patented, and it's been licensed to over 2,000 companies all over the world.
That's actually great to hear. Um, what are you what drove that decision to join Polymatic, and what are you doing here right now in terms of R&D strategy, guiding product innovation? What are you doing at Polymatic, if you could tell our viewers?
Right. So that's a really good question. So Polymatic goals, it's very aligned with my goals and my dream. So Polymatic is a company that it's looking into the next thing and looking into making people's life easier and better to advancing technology and developing new products. And that's kind of right in my alley, and that's what I like to do. And I saw a lot of opportunity with Polymatic that with Esbara, he's the CEO and founder of the Polymatic. I have worked with Esbara for past 6-7 years on a couple of other projects, and incredible person, super smart. He had a dream, and due to COVID, of course, it's been slowing down his activities and all that, but he's accomplished so much for past 3 years, and the next 3 years is going to be super exciting. We're going to bring a number of different products into the market. Basically, the goal for the company, the vision for the company is to have a company. The best example I could say, we're going to have a company, say, we're going to be another Apple or another Samsung. So we're going to have a whole bunch of different products that we're going to be producing, developing, and selling all over the world, and with the highest quality possible.
I mean, all the best to you guys. And we saw a lot of engagement with the post that we did on Polymatic. I think that drove this interview forward. So we have seen a lot of use cases of generative AI in softwares, in cloud technologies. When you go to digital, when you go to a digital world, you have designed a lot of pieces of hardware. Um, where do you think is a possible application of generative AI when it comes to hardware? One. And where are you thinking generative AI is going in terms of connected technologies, like in car dashboards?
Uh, so generally, if I may, maybe I can explain or describe what AI is, right? What really AI is. So generally, AI is a kind of latest, greatest interface technology that it's been developed and people are using now. And what that means, so a mouse is the interface, right? A keyboard. I have a laptop, so I cannot show my keyboard. I'm not in my office. So, a keyboard is the interface, right? So AI, it's really an interface which is based on language, based on collectively of, millions of different recording of audios, and recording and, so much of data that is being collected over years. And basically what AI is that it's another interface that now we are utilizing, that it's smart. It's not a mouse that we move it and that's end of it. It's a mouse that moves and then maybe realize that, it can move on its own, after we teach it, So that's kind of the interface we're talking about, right? So that's I guess it's good to understand how what this AI means, right? Or how AI is going to affect this. Now, going to your question, how this is going to affect the technology, robotics. So up to now, things that we do with robotics, or it's basically all about monitoring. It's all about looking into things and status and so on. What is happening now and what we are actually doing is that we're going to have a responsive action item based on what we see happening. So, and based on that, we're going to have a lot of learning and understanding. For instance, in situation of home assistant and automation for elderly, we can help with the elderly people, take care of them, watch them, look into them, not only monitor them, but response to their need, response to their emotion, response to their physical illness. Even if they don't know it, we would know it. If they're not moving for some time, we wanted to know why they're not moving. We want to get somebody there, people in home cares and, housings, no matter what, they do not get the care that they deserve. And it's impossible. It's impossible for one or two person to be at somebody's bed or somebody's room 24 hours 7. It's absolutely impossible. So the way that this could be improved and helped is by providing robustness and automation to the environment, so the person can actually utilize the sensors and the environment around to get help and to get emotional help, to get all sort of assistance and help.
So you are saying that, when intelligent systems do come in hardware, and of course they are, in terms of robotics, etc., they'll, probably, help us where we need it, especially in terms of healthcare, etc., etc. I have a follow-up question to that. When when you see the application of artificial intelligence, online, um, mm, in terms of the ethical question, in terms of safety, I think that is safer if than if AI comes into hardware, right? Because then it can be manipulated, it can be used in various different forms through a set of online networks. So where do we draw the line?
Perfect.
How do we make those systems fall back on a safety mechanism? uh,
Absolutely. No, absolutely. We actually have thought about it. And so we're going to have a closed system, and basically all the activities are going to be monitored and checked. And in terms of privacy, we're going to have features that actually, even though that we're recording, but we're not recording. So there are a number of different ways of hiding these recordings that nobody can have access to, and maybe only in case of emergency. So we have a lot of precautions. We have a lot of security in place for IoT, especially. Every device that we're going to have, they're all controlled by our own platform. So they all communicate to our own platform, and our platform is 100% guarantee controlled and checked.
What are the India plans, in the near future? Is there a set, roadmap that you guys are following, or you're taking it one at a time?
Yes, actually, we have a roadmap by actually, this is a vision of the CEO of the company. His vision is, and his demand, that we're going to have a new product every 6 months. And we have already defined 3 different products and area that we're going to be doing as 6 months goes on. Right now, we're working on the first product. And the first product, it's a device, just like, say, if Ring, are you familiar with Ring? Are you familiar with Ring? You know, the company that sells the device that you put front of your home, and then
Oh,
bell,
okay, we call it the bell.
the bell. But actually,
The
the brand is,
doorbell we call it. Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is doorbell, but the brand
Yeah.
actually is Ring.
Okay.
So yeah, so the brand is Ring. It's a company that they become $1 billion company overnight because they came up with this idea of doorbell. So per se, they say they own the doorbell. You know, they own that space.
They got it,
You know,
they got
They-
it connected. Yeah, okay.
right. So we are going to be owning the bedrooms and all the rooms. You know, we're going to own all those spaces. We're going to have our devices placed on bedrooms, on different rooms, on, where people live or sleep, or, kitchen. So basically, it's a lighting system that comes with a lot of intelligence for different applications, of course, based on the need and based on what we're going to be providing. Initially, with these devices, we're going to be providing very initial product is going to be elderly and infant assistant and help. So the focus is going to be there. Ryan, please go ahead and say something if you like.
Alan, I don't want to
more.
distract. I don't want to distract from you. You're doing such a good job.
Please do.
And
Please,
I think
go ahead.
everybody's here because they're excited to meet you and learn about you and your amazing background. But I think to expand on where we're going and what India means to us, I think India. First off, one of the reasons that I joined in the first place, and then that Alan, we were able to get Alan, is because we all are excited about the emergence of India from where it is now and where it's going. And Alan and myself, having been around Silicon Valley a lot, have already experienced the brilliance of India in our daily lives over and over again. I've experienced it in working with consulting major brands for a long time as well. Just such great leadership, great people, and now we have this young emerging economy that right now is third in the world, and I don't think it's going to be there very long. I think it's going to just keep on growing. But the brilliance of the people and the opportunity of where the country is going and its position in the world, I think, is an exciting. It's an exciting. It's an exciting place to be, and it's exciting. It's something exciting to be working with, because I think it's actually connecting the world more and more as India gets stronger. So there's something in that. I think we're building out to the infrastructure that India can handle, and we're building a global structure to make sure that we're going to be strong in the future. And it's an exciting stage of where we are, where people really don't know who we are yet. They know us as a lighting company and as doing opto semiconductors, but they don't really know us as the technology company that we're developing into right now, and the verticals that we're doing to support our own technologies and other companies' technologies going forward. So I would say we want to be, one of one of the prides of India in the future. We expect to be one of the strongest technology companies in the world, and we take pride in that we have Indian leadership that's guiding us and that we have Indian values.
So the goal is to be an Apple of India. So that's the plan. That's the goal, and we're going
Small
to
goals.
definitely beat that.
Small goals, certainly becoming the apple of India. I have a follow-up question to that. I mean, you have been operating, globally, and now that you are in India, um, is there a different set of challenges that you face, that you have faced in India, especially in terms of the business ecosystem or, setting up, here? I am not being critical. I'm just asking, what's the different set of challenges when you come to a country like India, vis-a-vis, setting up globally?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
Alan,
yeah,
go ahead.
I think I was going to say, I'll let you.
Oh, you want me to take it? Yeah. So
Yes, please,
I would tell
because
you,
I'm not
tell you
involved
this.
in that.
Yeah. I would say, first off, India is not a small place. And it's very diverse, and people who don't know India don't realize that it's large and it's different everywhere you go. And every state is different, and every state has different obstacles, just like other countries and other states in the United States do. So you have different laws, you have different leadership, you have different politics, you have different levels of infrastructure that are built. I will say this, that we have great Indian leadership. So when it comes to working in India, I think the challenges that anyone faces in working in India in particular, I think we have great leadership that's guiding us through where we need to be and where we need to go in that. And so we're working where we can in India. We're setting up to emerge in India more and more and grow in India, and we're supporting that with infrastructure around the world. But I would say, I haven't found India more difficult in different ways than other parts of the world. Um, I just think every place has its challenges, and every place is built to where it's built. And I think what's exciting is that India as a whole is emerging right now, and I think that's going to make each territory and each state in India, stronger as it goes. So I don't think that there's any real difficulties to India per se, but you build to what you can and you prepare for the future, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I think the pedigree of, the innovation and growth that we have seen in India and that we'll be seeing, I think that will be perhaps unprecedented, especially, as we trans through this decade. Um, I won't take a lot of your time, Alan. So my last question, um, you have had a front row seat, to 4 decades of tech evolution. What's that one upcoming technology now that excites you the most? The one just as connected cars did.
So the really, I think the next thing that it's here already, I wouldn't say next thing, and that's something that we're going to be definitely getting involved very soon, is robotic. It's robotic, robots that come and help you at home, at factories, at all sort of different robots. And that's what we're going to be definitely be involved in, robots. That's an area that I would say probably in 2 years' time, we definitely get into that area, and we definitely going to have our polymetric robots all over the world.
So, when do you predict could be the exact, timeline, when robots will start helping, people?
So, robots already here, right?
When I say but I wanted to complete,
Yes.
there'll be robots all around us. If I want to fetch my laptop, a robot is helping me. If they can cook for me. So
Yes.
when do you see is the time when that will
It's
come?
happening. It's happening. It's happening. I would say, Tesla already have a whole bunch of manufacturings, and US, as a matter of fact, the next revolution here in USA it's dark manufacturing. Okay. And I'm not sure if you know about dark manufacturing or not. So dark manufacturing is all about, it's all robots. There's no human. It's all robots walking around. They do everything. And, you know, they call them dark manufacturing. And this is a new trend for especially USA now that wants to bring the manufacturing back here, not having the right talent or immediate talent. The closest, fastest way is to utilize robots for manufacturing. So that is being accelerated, and actually there's a lot of push on that. And you know, it takes time for people to accept it, just like any other technology that comes in. So I would say 5 to 10 years, most of us going to have a robot around us. You know, maybe not in our home, but maybe in workplace. But you know, definitely in technology areas, you know, places like I would say China, I would say, you know, like you know, some of these Arabian countries, you know, that they're very advanced in technology, you know, they're the ones that they're going to have, you know, initiating that sort of revolution.
So, 5 to 10 years is what you say when, we'll probably, my last question to you is if you had to start over again in 2025, as Alan Neha, where would he be?
Nejah.
With which sector would he be in? What would he be working on?
Honestly, I would do same thing. I don't think I would do anything different. I love what I do, and the best part of it is I don't do just one thing. I have worked with so many different applications, different industries, that I learn so much from each one, and it gives me so much joy, and it just makes me better when I work on different projects. I can always, you know, implement what I learned from, say, aerospace, something aerospace. I can implement it in some sort of medical application that fits there, like the physics of it in a space. You know, I could say, oh, wow, I can do this for medical, same thing I'm doing in a space, and it works. So and sometimes people think we're very smart, or you know, but it's really we learn from one industry and be able to apply it to other industries. So that's kind of interesting, and it gives us the value and gives us the advantage over, you know, other companies or people that involve in product development, you know, having the perspective of different, you know, number of different industries and applications, and understandings of physics, math, electronics, electromechanical, robotics. It makes a huge difference when you make a product. Understanding of these different areas, it just helps you better define and come up with solutions.
When I was reading up on you, prepping for this interview, I'm sorry, I did not go into the nitty-gritties of designations, etc. But when I was reading up on you, I felt overwhelmed because your career spans more than what my age is. So
Yes,
I was shuffling between questions, what to ask, what not to ask, and then I thought maybe we'll focus more on the leadership value and
absolutely.
less on the specifics. So and I want to end this interview. I want you to go and have a good night's sleep. But just one more question: what advice do you have for young people who are emerging into technology, into innovation, into robotics? Who have grown up in a different generation than you have, people like me. What is that advice which you want to give, which overarcs, which is an umbrella advice, which everybody should follow.
So I wanted to have it better clear. If you maybe rephrase your, I wanted to, if I want to make advice, I want to make sure I understand what I'm advising to. So if you maybe rephrase your question again, in advising in what sense?
No, as what would be that one piece of mentorship guidance or advice you would have for young entrepreneurs coming in the field of
Like who are aiming to work for it, like who are trying to join this industry for the future.
Right.
What will be the best tip from your side? That's what we want.
Right. So
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about the robotics industry expansion and growing. So by all means, if anyone have an interest in robotic development or maintenance or any sort of robotic management, could be writing software, firmware, and so on, by all means, it's the area that it's growing, is expanding, and there's a lot of jobs. There's tons of jobs, people looking for talents around robotics design and development.
Great.
So I definitely suggest and recommend, if you're interested, it's a good area to get into, because just like the previous discussion we had, is that it's going to be robotic, is going to be maturing in 5 to 10 years. So the timing is perfect for whoever wants to get involved. The timing is just, could not be better than this.
Great. Thank you so much, Alan, for your time. Thank you so much, Ryan, for your time.
Thank you.
Is any of you in India right now? When are you planning to come here? No.
Alan is in California. We
I
just
know.
talked about
That is
and Ryan is in
We're constantly traveling. At least I am.
Yeah.
Alan is usually in California, but we will. If you'll be at Semicon India in Delhi in the beginning of September, we'll see you there.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So
That
we
sounds
also might have an event coming up in September, the Martech AI Summit, and we would love to, invite both of you to speak there.
Okay.
So we haven't really decided on the date set, and once we do, I think we'll get back to
We'll
you
share.
via Merlin. And we would love to have you here.
Perfect.
much.
We'd be happy to participate. And thank you very much for your time. And we appreciate, the interview. And hopefully we were able to.
No, absolutely. We were able to grab.
Thank you for your time and your inputs at this hour.
You're
It is
welcome.
great. Thank you, Ryan, for
No
this.
problem.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Ryan. Thanks.